Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog in South Africa on a special video.
So let's go. If you've watched us for a while, you might know that I am actually South African and we are here to celebrate my grandmother's 100th birthday right here in KNYSNA. Pretty awesome. We decided to take you along for the ride. So if you want to join us, then join us and keep watching. If you want to skip to any part in the video, like the more EV content, you can follow the chapters down below and we don't blame you. So if you're still here, why are we here?
How did we get here?
How did we get here? Hello, Lucifer.
Lucifer 1.
Breakfast time? What's that? Hello.
As we come through the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions. The overhead bins as items may have shifted during takeoff, and please keep the aisle. There would be a time for you to get all of your belongings together and replace your luggage in the overhead bins. You are in the upright and lock position and your headrest is lowered. Aisle armrest.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, the first time you're not wearing a Mach-E thing, you're wearing goldfish, very South African. This is our first night in South Africa, though we're still traveling. We are in Johannesburg, and this is the view. It's very bright, so let's see if we can... The coal plant and the Gautrain, which is like the airport train that is right below our window, which you would think would be loud, but it is not. It's actually just fine. And cars below, just as no one's driving. But now we have to catch a flight to Joburg and then drive to KNYSNA. And we might have some EV stops along the way. We're going to see what we can do. Patrick has done some sleuthing. So normally my Gran is in Johannesburg, but she's moved to KNYSNA. So now this is a whole different journey. This is normally the final destination, but not today. Let's go. So we are here in, well, I was gonna say nice. We're in George. Literally just got into the Datsun.
Datsun.
The Datsun.
Not a Nissan, a Datsun.
A Datsun. So that's fun. Patrick is now driving stick on the other side of the road, and I'm filming him. Great choice, great choice. But we're not going to do this much because you can't really have phones out much when you're in a car in South Africa. It's not super safe. So we're just on this little bit of highway on our way to hopefully an interesting location that you will see. And if not, then we didn't manage to get there. So.
Hello,
Hi.
we are in George, South
Yay.
Africa, and this is the Garden Route Mall, and we found a charger.
Yeah, this one is sponsored by Jag. As you can see, lots of cool Jag stuff on it. And the I-Pace was actually the car of the year, voted, I think, by Auto Trader 2020, which is what it says on there. We got 2 spots here. So I guess depending on where the port is on your vehicle, it's pretty good for you. And just one charger. We don't know the speed though.
Yeah, I'll go look up the speed and I'll pop it up right here. We just got here. We're making a stop. We just got to the airport. We're on our way to KNYSNA. So we just made a quick detour so that we could take a look. Aren't a ton of charging stations here. This one only has 1 port. But I believe since 2013 to mid-2021, there were only 710 electric vehicles sold in all of South Africa. So there aren't a ton of EVs, there aren't a ton of chargers, and hopefully that's changing. And we'll talk about that and we'll investigate that while we're here.
And this one is located at a grocery store. Pick and Pay is like Albertsons or King Supers, whatever. So it's a good spot if you want to charge your car and get some shopping.
Cool. All right, let's hit the road.
Yeah. Fort South Africa. Fort George. Fort George.
Oh, that's not a Mustang, but not a Mach-E.
Not a Mach-E. Hello. Is it really though?
Yes.
Does he come in a lot?
Yeah, every single day.
Johnny. Hi. Do you want a biscuit? You want a biscuit? No. He's so cute. Good morning, KNYSNA. Let's go. Hello. Beautiful.
Hello.
I did not notice that there was a paw print on the car. Very cute. Let's go. Really nice Suzukis all over here. What's this Toyota?
In 800 meters, turn left.
What is this?
Not in the U.S.
Not in the US, but it's
I don't
adorable. Another adorable Toyota Etios Cross. cute little cars.
And then this Toyota, whatever this thing
I
is.
love this. This
Etios,
one?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Etios.
And then this.
Look at this Ego. Toyota Ego.
And that's an urban cruiser.
Urban Cruiser. Next to that Suzuki. Ah, so cute. And of course a little Mini. Very cute.
We're going to take a picture.
Yeah, so let's take a picture.
Say hello.
It's a beautiful elephant.
Smile. Smile.
I think he's smiling.
And he said, put your head down. Oh my gosh. Oh, he just jumped.
Jumped up. Okay.
But now he's backwards. Okay, and then he spins around. So that's how you get on an elephant.
Marvelous.
Butterflies on me.
Open sesame. Open sesame.
It worked.
Right there. Hello. You blind? You shit sunglasses? Wow. Wow. Amazing. You going for a dip? Oh, oh. Are you gonna come shake on me? Is that what's gonna happen? I knew it. Would you like to describe what just happened?
We got two chef-inspired or chef-picked pizzas
Why did we get that?
because they're here only a couple of nights.
From Italy, right?
Italy.
Italy. What's that one?
Anchovies. They lost me at
And capers.
And capers.
I know it's going to be interesting. But this one is prosciutto and mushroom, which is my jam. And they put it in front of me, so it's mine, I guess.
No, we're doing half and half. That's a lot of pizza.
That is a lot of pizza, and we're a lot of hungry. But this is super fun. And he's taking photos. Okay, bye. Good morning.
There's a picnic table and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We should go down there. They literally just opened, and There are people pouring in already. So cool. Looks so good. Wow.
Oh my god. Why haven't I just stuck with that?
Oh my goodness, breakfast has arrived. Wow. Wow. Polenta and chorizo, what? Stuff. Unread.
You're taking a picture.
I am taking a picture.
She takes pictures and everything.
I love taking pictures. Because we're having a tea party.
Yeah.
And I want to remember it forever. It's so cute.
Thank you.
What a grand entrance.
Do you want to go in the pool?
No.
Stone faced.
Yay! Oh no! Oh no! Hey! Now you gotta catch it, Gran. You gotta catch it. Oh! Just making everyone else exercise. Oh! You are so sneaky! Patrick got it.
Alexa kommer, vi som
Oh, are you kidding me?
Wait, what did you say?
I said you could sit on my bed.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. You ready? Oh no, I changed my mind. No, I changed my mind. That's the biggest smile. It's good.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
You're looking good.
Woo, good one.
Your baby.
Who's my baby?
Wonderful.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Mwah. We found a charger in KNYSNA. It is another one of those Jaguar-sponsored chargers. We have two actually, and we are in the KNYSNA Mall. And wow, this was a little tough to find, even with directions from HUDshare, right?
Yeah, we were driving all around and it's sort of hidden out of the way. There's no sign sort of indicating to go down this way. We were about to give up and just park, and lo and behold, we found it.
Yeah.
It's on gridcar.co.za, but it's which is like their local network down here in South Africa, or one of them. But it is sponsored by Jaguar, so I believe it's way cheaper if you have a Jaguar. But you can pay using Grid Car or Jaguar. Yeah.
And it's actually not bad parking. There is the entrance right there, but it's not as cushy as some of the charging spots we're used to. Not too bad, but definitely out of the way.
And it is has a level 2 type 2 plug on the other side. And then on here, you can see the CCS plug on this side. So it's a DC fast charger and level 2 as well, type 2, which is slightly different than J1772, but I don't know exactly the difference. But basically, it's like level 2 in the US.
We are not here to charge. We are in a gas car, but we are here to go shopping. So we're going to go do that. And this is a great spot if you want to charge your car and go shopping. And it's very loud. So we're going there. Bye. I think it's cool that they have the artists.
Yeah.
Okay, with Coursera,
Cool.
so I'm only gonna do a little bit more than half of the wine and a little bit more than half of the
Oh, nice. Wow, what a fun mix. Thank you. Here we go. So we had dinner right there. And then we're out here. Just beautiful. There's Patrick taking photos of things. Patrick, there's a dog at the head of the boat. And it's adorable. What on earth? What is that? It's a Dusty. It's a rat. It's a full-on rat. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's screeching.
Oh my god, he's so mad. What is your problem? What? Are we in your way? I love the scribbly, like the really
Yeah,
rough.
you know, I began doing this because if you draw with a pencil, you can erase.
Yeah,
With this, you make mistakes, you gotta live with it.
yeah.
It makes you a bit of a cartoony character.
It adds to the beauty of it. Yeah,
Well, I hope so.
it
Quite a
does.
few guys will ask me, what are these lines around here?
Mistakes like
Then
life.
you do one for it.
It really adds
Makes
to
it
it.
lively, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're beautiful though. I love this. Like, it's got so much character. What is that?
That is a Jack D-type.
Ooh,
Now,
oh, E-type.
Not
Yeah,
the E-type, a D-type.
D-type.
If you go and look on YouTube, Jay Leno's got a video where he actually drives with Steve McQueen's old car.
Oh, okay.
That car was Steve McQueen had one. And it's a car
Nice.
that in the 50s it won Le Mans 3 times. So it's a serious racing car, but it looks like a toy.
Wow,
That's-
it
That's
does.
the charm of it to me, you know. Look at those wheels. It's steel wheels, and it's almost like a steampunk thing.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a racing car.
like a cartoon, overblown.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. You know,
The red's pretty great.
you're there with your camera again.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Mostly the pictures though. Ooh,
That's the Illinois.
red
I
one.
think the red one.
It's the red one. Yeah.
Oh, that was really
Ooh,
good, too.
it's that one too. Ooh. I love how scratchy that one is. The red one though, it's got that schnoz. It's really gorgeous.
Yeah, with this red one, I tried to do more with it, you know, stretch it a bit.
Yeah.
Do-
I'm also torn. Should we do both?
We could.
Yeah, I think that will look well together.
Well, thank you so much, Franco.
well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the wood is so much.
It is
It's a
a smart
Mustang.
car.
It's a Mustang, American car.
Want to ever drive?
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
That would be wonderful. And then we got this one.
I like this one.
I like it too. I couldn't decide between the two, so we got both.
You need to buy it.
Yeah.
We bought the picture.
Not the car, the picture. I'm gonna sneeze.
Yay!
Yay, hi. I feel like we need to whisper because we're in the old age home.
The retirement home.
The retirement home.
Yeah.
African Queen 1 Giselle is asking where we are. So in case you just joined us, we are in KNYSNA, South Africa. And Racy was just Google Earth exploring Pretoria. So scooch that over down here. But that's random. A coincidence. That's awesome. Yay! So our super secret, awesome Patreon present has come to fruition. This is Alex.
Hi there, guys. How you
Who
doing?
you saw earlier in the vlog. We met at the farmer's market
In Sedgefield, yeah.
in Sedgefield, and he makes this sweet stuff. This is actually rubber, and these are seatbelts. So obviously when we saw this, we were like, this is perfect for our patron presents. The unbridled patrons get a little present, a little trinket from us, and we went nuts. So we got these sweet wallets that he just banged out in a couple days for us. Reclaimed
Outside.
rubber, as I keep trying to open the wrong side, with obviously rapid red interior, and then this one.
Again, the other side.
Oh, I
The other
see.
one's got a little-
The curved side, you'll see.
And
is-
then also, these ones have just got a little study
Oh,
on there.
nice,
So
nice,
all of them
nice.
have, yeah.
And then somewhat grabber blue interior. So we got these for our patrons, but we wanted to give a shout out to Alex who is making the sweet stuff by hand,
Yes, sir.
and took on this very big project. We were like, hey, could you make like 15 of these in one go? So you were saying you used to work for Coca-Cola?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 45 now. Well, I'm turning 45. So
Look like a baby.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's all the fresh air now, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I finished my uni degree in '97, and then I worked for Coca-Cola till about just past millennium, 2000, 2001. And you know, it was a great job. It's not what I saw for myself in my future. So I quit that job. I traveled around a bit. I mean, I did waitering, barring, just to get money. And then eventually I settled in KNYSNA because I just love this town.
It's beautiful.
And I've always wanted to do upcycling in some way because I mean, this is where the world's going, and Africa has got everything. You know, so we throw too many things away. And at the end of the day, I mean, the materials I use are readily available everywhere, and they just get thrown away. I mean, you can make amazing things out of it. So my whole idea always was upcycling. And initially, I mean, I wanted to get a lady in to make it for me, but it was never what was in my head. So thank you, YouTube. I learned how to stitch on YouTube, and I just watched like 50 videos. And eventually took it on, and now I mean I really can't stop. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I love it, and you're wearing one of yours as well.
Yeah, right, I'm wearing more the satchel form. It's not the greatest one that I have because I can't get all the good stuff. So yeah, satchel format, zipper up front, and like one of my trade now is your hidden pocket because I really like that. It's close to your hip. It's more secure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
which is a concern in South Africa.
In South Africa, especially. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say generally not in this area though, but when you get to big cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town, beautiful towns, beautiful cities, but there is that criminal element, and these help a lot because this is also slash proof.
Ooh,
yeah, so they can't just slash and go.
Wow, that is an added bonus I didn't even think of. So obviously I picked up a green one for me, and I have a matching wallet that I can't get out, that I couldn't resist. So I have the green one, and then we're going to be giving these to our patrons. So I'm super psyched that we got to find you, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Reclaimed, upcycled stuff. Like, how perfect is that?
That's the way. And I mean, you know, with upcycling in general, you know, when you look at Europe, Germany, Switzerland, they're a couple of years ahead of us. But South Africa is growing into it. You know, as I said, we've got so much that, you know, you make, you break, you just remake, which you can't do anymore. And I'm trying to prove that the materials that we're throwing away is that good. It can't, you know, it can compare with leather or of those type of things. So I want that to, you know, come up and make it for us.
Awesome. Well, maybe we'll have to like get more stuff.
No, for sure. I mean, you got all my details. I love making new projects. I mean, I do bigger things as well, like laptop bags, guitar straps, those type of things. Again, custom style. So yeah, I'm always ready and willing.
Maybe we'll have to think of a Mach-E thing. So then that is my final question. Yeah. What do you think about electric vehicles?
I'll tell you this, you know, in the long run, well, I mean, when I say long run, I mean 5 to 10 years, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be the way to go. We're still having the issue that most of the battery power is coming from the lithium batteries, which is all centralized. But yeah, to move away from all the carbon, it's a good way to go. You know, it's difficult, especially the way America's doing it now, where they just they want to cut everything off and completely change, which is very difficult if you're running an economy on, you know, fossil fuels. Yeah. But it is in the cards, and it is the future for us. You know, so it is the way to go. And once we can use wind power, solar power, even the drum of the earth is unlimited power. So you know, it's things we've got to start looking at.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. And do you think there are any specific challenges in South Africa that there might not be faced in other countries for electric vehicles?
The thing is, I mean, South Africa is a manufacturing market, you know. So if we get the right, you know, backing and the right engineers and the right technology, South Africa is a place to make it. I mean, we've got literally everything that we need here. And we've got masses of work. You know?
Just got to start making it.
We've got to get that, you know, that Elon Musk or that one guy to stand up. Get him back. Get him back. But yeah, no, it's in the cards for us in South Africa. I mean, we have quite a few normal manufacturing car plants. I mean, it's so easy to switch over, and that is where we're supposed to be going.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you so much for providing this to our patrons.
It's my absolute pleasure. You know, just I mean, you guys are obviously aware, but I mean, to make more people aware of what we are capable of it instead of like just taking.
Yeah.
Give back, and it's,
Absolutely.
as I don't want to praise myself, but I do like my bags.
I
as well.
love it.
I do.
It.
I mean, it's like I said, it's finally what's in here can now come to the forefront,
Yeah.
and it's so much fun just, literally finding material and they look horrible, but a little bit of love and a little bit of cleaning and
They look pretty
you get
awesome.
something that people will love for life.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, and thanks for chatting with
My
us.
absolute pleasure, guys.
Awesome.
And again, have a great stay in South Africa, have a safe stay, and y'all have a great rest of your journey.
Thank you. We're used to such nice fancy things with our Mach-E, but even if we went back to my car, this cup holder is a treat. There's my coffee all the way back there, and then there's Patrick's. I don't even know how you get mine out. Oh my gosh, careful.
And it's the smallest cup ever.
It is the largest size available on the smallest cup. And then this gear shift, like, my hand's been here a lot, so hey, get out of my way. This is fun. Super fun. Should we get one of these when we get home?
No.
A Datsun manual?
I think it's probably about the same cost as the Archimoto.
Ooh, okay. I know which I want. In South Africa, you do not get your own gas. They fill it up for you. So that is what's happening right now. They're also doing the windshield and pampering this car like it's never been pampered in its life.
It's basically full service, like
Full
it used to be in the
service.
U.S. and I think still in Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Awesome.
So this is our rental car. Oh wait, this is the wrong side. I've driven over in England for a couple of years, so it's no big deal switching over to a right-hand drive car. But it's like every once in a while we came out from the store and I would go to the wrong side. But this is it. This is what about $13,000 US would get you over here. Very small car. I think it's like 14-inch tires. Very small. Actually, let's pop the hood. We haven't looked under the hood. But it gets 43 miles per gallon, which is excellent.
Where's the front?
So there we have it. Regular old ICE engine. I believe it's a 3-cylinder. It's pretty small. Not much to see, but one of the things I thought was really cool, not just storage space, but a third row of seating, which is, I think, quite hilarious in a car this small. And then, I guess we could still close that.
I think you should get in.
Oh, no. How would you even get in?
You'd be a child. Yeah, can't you pull it? No, you can't. You don't climb over, do you? Oh my god.
No, you can pull it, but this is more fun. Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready for a 600-mile journey. So I'm not getting out that way. Yeah, there's a way to pull.
I think you're stuck now. Oh my goodness.
It's still climbing in and out.
This is super elegant. And stick the dismount.
Ouch. Anyways, that's it. We'll go on talking about EVs.
Enough of that car. We tend to focus normally on the US, Europe, and China in regards to EVs, but we're really interested in EV adoption in all countries. And there are a lot of unique challenges that places face. South Africa in specific has some unique ones that we're aware of.
Yeah, and when you look at South Africa, I wasn't super familiar with the economy of South Africa, how big it is and stuff like that. But South Africa is the second largest economy in Africa after Nigeria. It's the 33rd largest economy in the world. So it's no slouch. It's a relatively big economy. There's a lot of, extremely positive stuff going on here, but it does have a lot of unique challenges here in South Africa. And I'm sure many other countries have other challenges that are unique to them that's going to make the transitions to EVs a little bit more difficult. And we've seen a lot of criticism, for example, of Ford, because Ford is saying by 2040, 40% or 50% of their basically product line is going to be EV only, and people want to see that higher. And it may be possible to go 100% EVs in Europe, which they just announced they're going to do, or the US, but there are still, some areas of the world where it may not be possible for a company like Ford that has such a large footprint around the world.
For example, there are incredibly high taxes on EVs here, which Patrick will go into, but there are no EVs that are manufactured here. So it makes this an extremely expensive endeavor if you were to get one for yourself.
Yeah, so one of the things I found out is, in the US, I got to turn around. Or did you get those? Wow. They just came in for a landing behind us. So one of the things I found out was if you import a car here into South Africa, it has an 18% tax. If you import an EV into South Africa, it has a 25% tax. Of course, EVs sort of approach the higher end of the price range, which means it also is subject to a luxury tax. There's not many cheap EVs that are being brought into South Africa. So it ends up being about a 42% tax. And we have one example, the cheapest EV that's available here in South Africa.
You may know my favorite EV that I wish I could have if it only had Android Auto is the Mini Cooper SE, which is available for around $30,000, and you get the tax incentive in America.
US.
Yeah. Here, that base model is about $44,000.
Yeah. So that would be $44,000 versus like $22,500.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference, and explains why that from 2013 to mid 2021, where they have the latest numbers, a total of 710 EVs have been sold in South Africa, which is why, the thing that we said at the beginning, even if they sold 10 times the amount that they sold last year, which I think in 2021, they ended up selling about 200 EVs throughout the whole country, that's not going to make a huge dent in how, the overall EV transition here. There needs to be some more significant changes so that, first of all, maybe reduce the tax or manufacture EVs here. Ford does have factories here. They just announced a new Ranger and Everest factory, I believe. I'm not sure all the details. The news is sketchy here because we don't have much internet connection. So anyways, that's just us. It's not, there's good internet. We just don't have it here for us. But there needs to be a lot more done. There are some other challenges. I think one of the ones that we may be somewhat familiar with, you may have heard about rolling blackouts. Here, they call it, what is it, load shedding?
Load shedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and apparently they are at a required sort of 25% is what they estimate that they need to shed to maintain the current energy expenditure on the grid. Yeah, and let's show you some of the view we have here, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, 25%. And I was reading, apparently it's when I was in California in the late 90s, there were some rolling blackouts there where we'd have, potentially on one day, it's like you're going to be without power in your area for 2 hours. It was a rare thing. Big uproar about it, and heads rolled and companies got sued and things like that. Here it's pretty much accepted that it's going to be for an extended period of time, and when your area is going to be doing load shedding, you can expect to have 2 to 4 hour outages over several days for a total of 24 hours of an outage within that time period. So that could be a challenge if you're trying to charge an electric car.
It could be a challenge, and it's one of the things that I think puts people off from the thought of getting an electric car. But I think you guys know, if you have EVs or if you've researched much, we charge at night, right? And that's when load shedding is less likely to happen. And then with the potential of vehicles that can do vehicle to grid, this could actually be a beneficial proposition in these cases. So let's say load shedding starts from 2 to 4 p.m. and you're powering your laptop with your car. and keep working. This could be really helpful and really beneficial.
Yeah, so we've been talking to people while we're here about EVs, and there's very, very little knowledge, way less knowledge than in the US. And that makes sense because they're just not around. And one of the common things that's brought up is load shedding. And then we explain how it could be a potential advantage. And that gets some people a bit interested. There's still some challenges as well because of security concerns. That's another issue that we've come across. If you have to have a garage to park your car, which most people do, but you have to worry about things getting stolen, charging cables. If you can't just like have your charger hooked up to your car outside, everything gets stolen here.
Yeah.
And we don't mean to overhype that. We've actually had people tell us like, you got to talk about the security issues.
Yeah, if you've ever heard that it's dangerous here, or if you've ever heard that it's not dangerous here, or on the side of caution, it's very dangerous here. We are in KNYSNA, which is super quiet. We are out here with a GoPro, which we would not feel comfortable doing in Johannesburg or even a lot of areas of Cape Town, certainly without keeping constant lookout. This is a really nice little area, Teeson Island in KNYSNA, which is artificially safe, which I think is what is kind of indicative of EVs in the current state, is that they are exclusive. They're only something that people can have if they're wealthy. And that's not what we want. We want this to be accessible. So as you saw, we took you on a tour of the 2 charging stations we found, because having adequate public charging is part of making EVs accessible to people, because not everyone can have a garage or have a home or have a safe environment. But even that is unfortunately lacking here, and it is not supported by the government. It's a private company. I think it's called Grid Cars,
Grid
right?
Cars.
And we found 2 chargers. So there's a huge gap there that needs to be filled.
And so, and 2 things about that as well. In the U.S., people have commented about Electrify America and superchargers for Tesla, and the security around where those are located, and that's a concern. And some people have gone through and on PlugShare rated like this place doesn't feel secure. It's like behind a coffee shop, and there's no lighting. So it's a concern in the US. Here it's even more so. The 2 that we found, one was in a parking garage, one was at a fairly decent shopping center. So I think the security there would be fairly good. But I could see, if you're doing cross-country driving here, like where is that charger going to be when you have to stop for 30, 40 minutes? On the positive side, though, if you are worried about security, if you have a charge in your home, in your garage, that could actually be fantastic, because you don't have to stop at a petrol or a gas station and get gas once or twice a week. You're charging at home. That's one less stop, one less point of vulnerability for you. So I mentioned that to a couple of people. And it's sort of interesting because they don't see it necessarily as a high risk thing for, stopping to get gas. But at the same time, it's like, watch when you stop at a stoplight, because people will smash your window and steal your cell phone. So it's their sense of security may be a little bit different than ours. I think of gas stations, sometimes they can be dodgy in the US, and I would think it would be a benefit to not have to go to gas stations here.
Yeah, and on that note, it might seem like EVs are not entirely compatible with South Africa, but then again, a lot of the driving appears to be regional. There aren't interstates quite like America. Like the main highway, the N2 between KNYSNA that runs all the way from KNYSNA to Cape Town and further, Port Elizabeth, is it 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers?
Most
max speed.
Yeah, I think the highest stretch we saw was 100. I think there are some 120 stretches. It's mostly 1 lane in each direction. There are some 2 lanes in each direction stretches, but it's not a divided highway. Most people, if they're going to go to Cape Town, which is not far, it's 450 kilometers, I think is about 300 miles, they fly. And which is why like our EV, our rental over there, it's a great car for around here. We've seen a lot of little small cars here, and it's because there is a lot of just local commuting or local driving. So I think if you had EVs over here, it could be very nice because one, they don't necessarily need to go as far, they don't need to go as fast, and you can have smaller batteries and quicker charge times, and could be very advantageous to bring EVs over here. Some of the European models that we don't get in the US would be perfect here.
Absolutely. I was thinking that. And also in America, we have CCS1 charging. And in the UK and here in South Africa, there's CCS2. So the British vehicles and European vehicles would be appropriate.
Including Tesla. If you don't know, in the US, Tesla has their proprietary Tesla plug. The European models use CCS2, which means you could bring a Tesla down here, import a Tesla, and it would charge just fine. In fact, there is a Model X I saw that checked in on PlugShare at one of the charging stations that we went to. So there is a Model X down here. Tesla does not have an official presence down here. I believe Porsche has the Taycan over here. Audi is bringing over the e-trons series here. That's just starting. Volvo announced the XC40 was going to be available here, and I think they were bringing like 200 over, and they sold out within the first day. The Mini Cooper and the BMW i3, which of course is being discontinued, but BMW is going to bring the iX and i4 over here as well. I know the iX. I'm not sure about the i4.
And of course the Jaguar I-Pace.
And the Jaguar I-Pace.
Which is the only one that we've seen.
It won like Car of the Year here in 2020, which is it's cool to see that it's getting recognized, but still the sales just aren't there.
Yeah.
George, what's his name?
George Miney, I think his name is. He's a South African
CEO of Auto Trader.
Yeah, we reached out to try connect with him. We were hoping to talk about stuff here because he actually has an I-Pace, but we did not manage to connect properly. So maybe next time.
Hi. And he does have an I-Pace, and I did see an I-Pace the other day in KNYSNA. It's the only EV that we've seen here, and I sort of wondered, like, was that him? Would you guys be quiet back there?
I think they think you're very funny. What if we get pooped on? Wow, I always get pooped on by birds, which I think is good luck. This is really
what an
cute,
interruption!
I know.
A little bird. Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. That was quite fun. Did you get him?
I got one of them.
Well, we got chased away by geese. Not really. It actually started raining, and now we are at my grandmother's retirement home, which is a pretty wonderful place to be. We've come here to South Africa, to KNYSNA specifically, to see her, and we came here the past 2 times to see her as well. We were actually in Johannesburg primarily then, and sometimes in Cape Town. And actually last time when we came in 2018 was around about day 0 of the water crisis in Cape Town. So conservation and climate change is something that's really pertinent here. It's really important. And the switch to electric vehicles is an important thing that needs to happen here. It has some unique challenges like we've talked about, but there's some potential benefits, some potential good things.
Yeah, and there's work on reducing the EV tax for cars coming into South Africa. And there's been just recently, I just saw a news article a couple of days ago, a proposal to have, I think it's a $5,400 grant for buying an EV. So that would help out. You know, it's not necessarily what we've seen in Europe or in America for EVs, for incentives, but who knows, you know, it's a start, and maybe, you know, there'll be more progress on that. Maybe people will see the benefits, and then it'll start the ball rolling, because it started slowly in America too. And now you see where it's going, and it still has a long way to go in the US. And I think one of the things to remember is, you know, we can't just focus on the US, on Europe, on China. We have to look at the rest of the world. And we also have to look at, like, we don't want to leave countries behind in the EV transition. We want to include everybody. We want to provide these opportunities for everybody and make it fair and equitable. So I don't know the best way to do that. I don't know how you can do that across countries and continents and stuff like that. But it is good to see the progress that's being made here, and I'm excited. And hopefully next time we come, we will see more EVs, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to rent an EV when we visit South Africa again when her Gran is 102 or 104 or something like that.
That'd be amazing. We'll come for New Year's for her actual birthday when she turns 102. And we have shown you, as loud trucks come by, we have shown you the charging situation here in KNYSNA, which is a really tiny place. It truly is. But in Johannesburg, the situation is much better than this. And in Cape Town, the situation is much better than this. So we've sort of shown you the worst, kind of.
Yeah.
Not the worst, but it's not great.
The most opportunity for improvement in charging. So yeah, the bigger cities, just like in the U.S., have more charging infrastructure. It's the same here. There's still a lot of room to grow. There's still a lot of room to get EVs brought over here. We're excited to see. We're curious, like if you have been to other countries, other continents, how is it in South America? Have you been to India or any of these other large economies that you would expect to be making a transition? I know India is making a push to get Teslas there. So, and I believe they're starting to sell Teslas there, if I'm not mistaken. They have to go through like a certification process as well. I don't know all the details, but I know that around the world, there are lots of obstacles, and there's a lot of people outside of the US, Europe, and China that we can't forget, and hopefully we don't forget. So.
And something that I'm sad about in the US EV market is that we don't get some of the amazing petite little EVs that they have in Europe. And we've seen a lot of tiny, really awesome cars that I love here.
Yes.
For example, the Suzuki Swift. Adorable. There's a
Not
Citroen
electric.
that I love. It's not electric. It's not electric, but there are a lot of smaller cars. So I feel that as the EV market grows in South Africa, we're going to see those petite EVs that you have in Europe coming over here. So amazing.
And as Ford fans, the Ford Puma, Ford just announced that the next one is going to have an EV version. I'm not sure if it's going to be all EV. I think they're going to have an EV version and a non-EV version, but they're going to have an EV Ford Puma. And we love the look of that car. We love the size of that car. It would be great if it were imported into the U.S. or built in the U.S., either one. So if anybody from Ford is out there, you have a lot of fans that want to see the Ford Puma over in the U.S. an EV version. And we want to see EV versions of the Bronco and the Maverick and a lot of these other options. And I think like the Maverick would be great over here, especially as an EV. If nothing else, again, it's sort of like in the US. I know there's issues with, let's just go full electric, but countries like South Africa, hybrids, plug-in hybrids might be a great option. So it's going to take some creative outlook. It's going to creative thinking. And I think that's what's going to be necessary to, help this transition throughout the world.
And I do wonder the impact of utility vehicles like the F-150 Lightning, because as we're standing here, there are multiple work sites around this retirement home. There's someone sawing wood in one area, and they're patching a basketball court or something in another area. And you see a lot of people consistently doing manual labor, working on things. And I wonder if something like an F-150 Lightning, that could be a work track.
The E-Transit.
The E-Transit. Oh, the E-Transit.
Yeah, the E-Transit is perfect for these type of work sites. And you see similar vehicles to the E-Transit. And it makes me wonder, we'll put some footage up of the typical taxi that you see around here.
Yeah.
And I think the E-Transit, or actually what would be sort of ideal, the ID Buzz would be an awesome vehicle for that.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about it, besides the load shedding issues and the taxes, something like the ID Buzz as a taxi to replace the ones that we're showing you would be perfect, because they're just driving around a local area and they could recharge at night.
And does it open in the back?
It does. It has a rear hatch.
Because the taxis that we're talking about, they are built like the VW ID Buzz. They cram multiple people and you pay in cash. And sometimes, like if you're in the back, you can't get out because, you just cram in. So if it opens in the back, then you have an exit for people, because I've seen people climb out windows before.
It's unique. Very unique, different situation. So that's why
Yeah.
you know.
Different situations, different applications.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for
Yeah.
like indulging us in this exploration of EV charging in South Africa and sort of thinking about it in a global sense as well and those obstacles. If you have ideas and suggestions on how anyone can make a difference, whether it's in the US or Europe or elsewhere, like how can we make the EV transition global and equitable and sustainable for everyone? Drop those in the comment. Let us know. Maybe we'll do another video. And if you have people that are in other countries, we would love to visit or at least talk to them, do Zoom interviews. You know, we want to find out more about this, educate people throughout the world.
Educate people and educate ourselves. And if you have any questions, we are here and willing to do the research, investigate. So feel free to ask away. On that note, thank you so much for joining us for this. And just remember that whatever you drive, wherever you drive, enjoy the ride. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, good view. Are you gonna miss that beep?
So annoying.
Are you gonna miss the gears?
Nope.
And with that, we leave KNYSNA after 2 weeks. It's so crazy. And is this my favorite car right here?
Mm-hmm.
The Suzuki Swift will come into view shortly. Wow, isn't that so cute? It's really cute. So goodbye, tiny little cars, and goodbye, KNYSNA. And now we drive to George. So let's go start this 41-hour journey.
About 41 hours.
Let's go.
Actually 42.
42. But who's counting? Yeah.
Just past high tide.
Goodbye, KNYSNA. For the back here. Ooh. Are you gonna miss all these speed bumps?
3,100.
You're gonna get up this hill, huh?
Yeah.
There's a baboon in the middle of the road. There's no one hit him. Run, buddies! All with babies! Oh.
Lost all the momentum because I slowed down for a baboon and now everybody's passing. Can't get back up to speed.
Oh, geez, that truck just passed you. Come on, little car.
I got it forward.
We made it to Sedgefield. Burr, 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 burr. That's where the Saturday market is that we attended last Saturday, and we met Alex with True KNYSNA and got our sweet patron gifts. So it's kind of sad that we can't stop. Can we stop? We can't stop. We gotta catch a flight.
because we have luggage in the car and you can't do that here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could just stay in the car for a couple hours and not go shopping.
Yeah. I had to get there early last time.
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of cars. Wow. Whoa, there's even more back there.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that a test vehicle?
It was.
What did we just pass?
Oysters are us with the like homemade sign. There it is.
Oh, yeah, no. Nope. Was it right there? Nope. We did half price seafood paella, but I'm not doing oysters are us and a cardboard sign in the middle of nowhere. Hospitals are us. much all the daytime hours at the retirement home with my Gran, but Wilderness is a really beautiful beach that we at least get to drive by. So it's the only beach we've seen. It's hard to show up on footage, but somewhere over there, there's ocean. Hey, there's the ocean. Now you can see it. Look at that beautiful beach. Now, wish us luck that Patrick can make this drive up the mountain. Oh my god.
So awesome.
Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Oh, they're so
Look
cool.
at all the forts.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay, that was awesome. And I even missed a couple in the beginning. How cool was that? What did you see?
That's wasn't the forts I was expecting to see.
Good enough. And then old school Mustangs. Oh yeah. We have arrived in George. Burr, 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 burr. Right there is the mall where we found the Jag Charger, and we're heading in that direction again. We are back here at the Garden Route Mall in our little Datsun, and here again are the Jaguar Chargers. But that's not what we're here for. I'm actually going to go into the liquor store and see if I can find something amazing that I've been searching for. So let's go. Bummer. The thing I wanted is discontinued. So we're back here where the Jaguar Charger is, and now we're going to get some supplies for presents for Natalie and Joel, who picked us up, who dropped us at the airport and are picking us up again in 42 hours or whatever. So let's go. Good stuff. In South Africa, a lot of parking lots have car guards. These look like they're actually working for the mall, that guy with the vest on, but oftentimes you'll find it in random places and then you have to pay them because they're not hired by the mall. They're just there guarding cars or directing you.
Just behind me. Just
That's so funny. We just, oh my god, at the same time because that's the middle of a roundabout.
at the shopping center.
At
basically.
the shopping mall. I don't know what's happening here, but we need a tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that's gonna be in your face.
Yeah, that's all right.
What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Mer.
Mer. Hi. They're so cute. All right. Okay, now you can continue. They're so. Bye, little Datsun. Onward. And this is the Citroen I like, right? Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty.
Captain, please walk immediately to gate number 2. That's 4.
She was actually her first job.
This is so weird. I am the only person out here. They're handicapping. They were like, just go. Just go first. Weird. Hi. And we're back. Mealy pep and chicken sandwiches. Good stuff. So quiet. Whoa. Bye, Joburg. Feels like it's been ages.
The station is still open. However, if you need an elevator to access...
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Hello from gorgeous, beautiful, sunny KNYSNA, South Africa, where we want to thank our patrons, especially our unbridled patrons, Frankie M,
Andy Ross,
Marlene Strickland,
Michael Bazaruski,
Larry Kuhn,
Eric Linneman,
Joshua Eng.
and Lester Marlett.
Thank you so much, and thank you to our engaged patron, Todd Mason, and thank you very quietly to our whisper patrons. We appreciate you too, and I can speak English, I swear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why didn't you play?